Hey there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. Tomorrow, my part's supposed to be here. I do not. Okay, I understand Kentucky is like a hub for FedEx or whatever. But the part came from Missouri, went to two different places in Missouri, then it went to, and then it went to Kentucky, and it sat in Kentucky, or it sat in Missouri for 2 days. No, in Kentucky for 2 days. Then it went to North Carolina to do two different places. And then tomorrow it's supposed to be here. How do logistics say, oh yeah, we'll take this package from the Midwest, we'll take it to the East Coast, and then we'll take it back out to the West Coast? There are no planes that come from Kentucky over to Phoenix. Anyways, I should have my part tomorrow, so hopefully it fixes the car and then I can get back out rocking and rolling again. Anyways, I want to come on and talk to you tonight. I've been watching some of my my motivational videos. Well, I shouldn't say I've been watching. I've been listening to them. I've been painting most of today. I got most of out here done, but I didn't. I just barely started working on my bathroom. So that's what we've been working on today, is the bathroom. So as I was listening to my motivational videos, I got to thinking about this. And one of them was talking about losing your sex drive when you are in the middle of your walk with the man upstairs, when you're learning to become what he wants you to become. And as it was talking about it and I was painting, I got to thinking about it. You know, the churches and everything else preach that you shouldn't have sex until you're married. Now, here's the thing. Celibacy, when you are on your walk with the man upstairs, celibacy isn't difficult. And here's why it's not difficult. Because when you're on the walk with him, you know he sees everything. And when you're learning to build a stronger, intimate connection with him, the thought of him watching you have sex with somebody just is weird and creepy. So celibacy is not difficult when you're on your walk with the man upstairs, because all you're thinking is, yeah, I'm not doing that. The only time that's going to happen is when the man that you have for me, or the woman that you have for you or anybody else, when you bring that person, then it'll be okay. Until then, no, it's not happening. I have no desire whatsoever. So celibacy is actually really quite easy when you're on your walk with the man upstairs, because you look at things differently. Your perception of reality is changing and it's different. And you'll know every step of the way. And if you watch my previous videos, I talk a lot in the beginning of my videos back in 2023 when I first started this. I talk a lot about the things that I was scared of, and how did I know that I was going to be able to, you know, not fall back into the things that I did before. Well, those worries were worries I didn't need to have, but I didn't know that. And as time progressed, that's how I learned that I don't have to trust anybody else. I have to trust me. And as long as I'm walking with him, he's going to guide me where I need to be. He's going to help me have the strength and the ability to be obedient to him. And it's not hard. I think that's a lot of things with people who are, you know, oh, I don't want to get into the whole, you know, religious thing. Well, religion and God are two different things. Religion is religion. God is God. So when you get on your walk with the man upstairs, with God, things are different. You see things differently. You learn that you trust you and that he guides you. And slowly but surely he gives you little things that help you know that you can learn to trust yourself. And eventually it becomes second nature, and like I said, you get the discernment and clarity, and the world looks totally different. At first it's kind of scary because you're looking at everybody around you and you're going, holy fuck. These people are not good for me. These people are not helping me become what God wants me to become. So there's a lot of times where you feel like you're alone and everybody's against you and you don't know what you're doing. There's a reason for that. That's so you can depend on him. You got to learn to trust him so you can learn to trust yourself. Because he's going to show you everything you need. He's going to guide you every step of the way. And in the beginning, you're going to think that, and this is why I preach so much about there are no coincidences, is you're going to think that it's just a coincidence, that it's just a random thing. There is no such thing as coincidences. Everything is already pre-planned before we get here, before we are born or conceived onto this earth. It's already pre-planned, our destiny. The only difference is he gives us the ability to make choices. Do we choose to be with him or do we not? I choose to be with him, and because my life is so much better since I've decided to do this and like full on do it, he's always been a part of my life since I was young. But in 2020 was when I said, all right, that's it. I'm done dating. I'm done anything. I'm just going to focus on me and you do what you got to do with me. And so my real, like, intense, intimate walk with him really, truly started in 2020. And I was solely focused on him. And during this whole time, I've had... I can't even tell you the crap that's gone on in my life in the last 5 years that would make absolutely anybody turn around and say, nope, not doing it. I'm going back to the old way. But I got the taste of peace and freedom before all of that stuff started happening. So because I had the taste of it, I wasn't willing to let it go no matter what. And that's what kept me holding on through the rough parts. So I just wanted to share with you about that, you know, they tell you they tell you this is what the Bible says and this is what you're supposed to do and everything, but nobody actually explains how you do it. Well, it's willpower. I'm so tired of listening to anybody say anything is about willpower. It has nothing to do with willpower. Let go and let God. He'll take care of it. Literally. There's no willpower. There's no willpower. When you start your walk with him, he takes care of everything. You just follow his lead. That's all you got to do is obey. He is your father. So when you get on an intimate walk with him, then you're like, oh, well, I don't want to be having sex with all these people and he's watching. This is kind of creepy. And then you start to realize that the only time that you want to give your body over to another human being is when it's the one that he sends to me. I have no desire, and I don't get all up in my head when I go on dates of what, oh, maybe this guy's a great guy and we could have a great future. I don't even think about a future. We have to go on several dates. I really have to get to know somebody before I even start thinking about any commitment. How do you commit to somebody that you don't even know? You don't know nothing about. You can't. But our society has taught us that, you know, we have this we have to do this. No. Take your time. Get to know people. When he sends the one for you, for me, for whoever, we'll know. By the time he does it, you already have a communication style with him. You know how he talks to you. You know how he communicates with you. You communicate with him. So celibacy is not difficult like what you think. You think it's difficult because you've lived in the flesh, in the human world, and you can only see it from the human view. But once you get discernment and clarity and you're on your walk with him and you have an intimate walk with him, you know. You don't think the same as that anymore. Things that you thought were going to be hard actually are really pretty freaking easy. It's not as difficult. I think the hardest part about starting the walk with the man upstairs is literally the beginning, where you have to look at yourself. You really have to dig into everything about you, because you got to merge the light and the dark. Your dark is how you keep stumbling back into sin again. If you merge the two, then you control the two. Well, actually, he does, because you're walking with him. But anyways, got any questions, feel free to reach out. I just thought I'd share that with you guys, because I know that when I was younger and I was in church, I always thought to myself, willpower, you're not telling us anything. What the hell does that mean? You just have to want to do it. No, they're not telling you right. They got you all messed up in the head. He makes it easy. You let go, you let God. You just follow and obey. That's all you got to do. Follow and obey. Everything's easy. Doesn't mean life ain't going to throw you shit. Just look at my life. But it's not going to keep you stuck down again. You're never going to sink down that poor me, pitiful victimhood, depression, anxiety rabbit hole again. Because you're with him. You can't. You can't. You know that there is nothing in this world that is impossible. Because he is possible. He is the creator. He can create anything. Nothing is impossible. And once you see that, then you know that whole willpower and everything else they told you was crap. Anyways, feel free to reach out if you want to have more conversation, or you want to get started or get through any spots of your walk with the man upstairs. Anyways, guys, have a good night. See you in a day or two. Bye. Love ya.